All of this is happening so fast. Like, he wasn't on me, he was on me, and then his hands were in places that I was not okay with them being in. I was just panicking. Never have I ever been like violated like that so quickly. Hey, what's up you guys, it's Editing Sumi, and quickly, I know I look like a mess on what else is new, but I just want to say I've been editing this video and I feel like some of you guys are gonna say that I'm pretty contradictory throughout the video. Like, I'm telling you guys about all these shitty things that happened while I was at a club in Korea, yet I don't not want to go to a club. Like, I went back, and then I also say that if you guys want to go, I suggest you guys go despite this shitty thing happening to me, you know? So I just want to clarify that the point of this video is just for me to inform you guys. The culture may be different in Korea than what you're used to, especially at a nightclub. This bad thing happened to me, not because it was my fault, because it definitely shouldn't have happened. I mentioned it later in the video, but I've had plenty of great experiences after this really shitty one. Not every guy is like this person. There's not really like a moral to the story. Just like really be careful and use my story as more wisdom for yourself when you decide on going or not going. Make sure you know what the environment is like and go if you want to. Just want to clear that up because I thought that would be, you guys would clock me in the comments. Enjoy the video, I suppose. Okay, bye. Alright guys, hey, it's me, Sumi. Before we start the video, yes, I know I'm extremely white, okay? I hate the sun. I have acne everywhere. I had a really shitty week last week in regards to like school and midterms, getting my lab reports on time, and also all these strange f***ers like hitting me up, trying to so that's caused an unreasonable amount of stress in my life, and let me just tell you, I didn't text any of them back. So this video, I kind of have been wanting to do this for a while since I've gotten back from Korea, which was a number of weeks ago. I look like a potato. Oh, I'm just gonna get into it. All right, I'm gonna show you guys a makeup look that I don't even know if it's gonna work. I don't know what I do with makeup half the time. I just kind of put shit on my face and like hope that it works, okay? And in the middle of me doing all that, I'm gonna tell you guys not so much of a story time, maybe like a compilation of incidents, feelings, you know, about how I feel about the Korean nightclub scene. Okay, you guys have been asking me to tell you guys about that for a long time. The first makeup product I'm gonna use is this Fix and Fix primer by Etude House. Just put it around my T-zone because that's where I feel like I have the most the deepest pores that need to be filled. So where do I even start? I'm not too sure how many times I went to a nightclub in Korea while I was there. I think I only went 4 times over the spans of like 3 months, which really isn't a lot. I went to 2 different nightclubs. One was M2 and the other one is NB2. So keep your numbers and your letters straight, okay? These are 2 different nightclubs we're talking about. M2 is kind of like an EDM club. NB2 is probably the more popular one you guys have heard of. A lot of Storytime YouTubers, they talk about NB2 as like the devil place to go, especially my friend Kenny. So for my foundation, I'm just using this Nature Public Intensive Ampule BB cream. Yeah, I think I like this one because it is very light. Even in America, I don't go to nightclubs, so like I definitely wasn't prepared for what I stumbled upon in Korea. So I just kind of want to tell you guys about my first experience at a nightclub, and that was at M2, the EDM one, okay? On that night, I went with 2 friends, okay? 2 girlfriends. I highly, highly recommend that if you ever go to a nightclub in general, being in Korea or freaking anywhere you go to, always go with friends that will have your back. These places can get really scary really fast. My friend told me, like, she's like, yeah, you should probably dress a little bit sexy, and I'm like, first of all, what the f does that mean? Never have once been sexy in my entire life. My friends were all cute in skirts and dresses and everything. I literally wore leggings, like a blouse that showed maybe like an inch of cleavage. You wouldn't look at me and be like, okay, she's put together, ready for the club. It's kind of like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on here? So we decided to meet up in Hongdae at like 10 o'clock p.m. because we were gonna drink, you know, to like get in the mood or whatever. By the way, yes, I am legal to drink in Korea. By the end of pre-gaming, I was feeling like just a little, you know, buzzed. I was feeling happy. Finally, like 11:45, we start leaving the bar. Oh, by the way, there were these dudes that were next to our table. I really hate that this is true. You guys know the concept of like Korea boos. Maybe not like Korea boos, but just people that are obsessed with wanting to date or be with Korean people because of what they see in dramas and K-pop. You know, they kind of romanticize these Korean people. Well, let me tell you that in Korea, there's some girls and there's some boys that have never left Korea and have the same exact fantasies about foreigners, okay? And let me just tell you, I have experienced that projection of fantasization of just random Korean dudes coming up to me and like hitting on me just because I'm a foreigner. And the two girls that I went with, they are both Korean girls. I'm the only one that's half Asian, looks more like a foreigner than anyone else. And my friends decided to like go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay, well, I don't really need to go to the bathroom, so I'll just wait for you guys to come back and then we'll head to the club. As soon as my friends leave, the Korean boys at the table next to me, there's two of them. Both of them are just like at me at the same fucking time. And I'm like, okay. I don't know what to do, alright? Because I'm not good with boys in general. They're like, where are you from? You look so beautiful tonight. I'm just like, oh, okay, where the fuck are my friends? She's not ready, okay? She's not ready. I just thought that was interesting to point out to you guys, because when I went to Korea, this is just generally speaking, I was very surprised at how people keep to themselves in like real life. Like they don't look at you, they don't talk to you, or if they do, it's usually because they either A, want to fight you, or B, are attracted to you, okay? There's no just like small talk between strangers. There's no exchanging glances without a meaning behind it, you know? So they wouldn't talk to me, they wouldn't look at me, and that's in daily life, right? A very conservative society. But at nighttime, when it's time to play, all walls are down, and that difference hella shocked me. You know, like in America, I've been catcalled just driving down the street. Like there will be guys, it could happen in broad daylight, right? But in Korea, that shit doesn't happen, okay? I really should have put this band in before I started doing my foundation, but whatever. So I'm sitting at this table and I'm like waiting for my friends desperately to come back, because I'm like, okay, I do not want to keep talking to these dudes. I don't know who they is. And when they come back, we're on our way to the actual club, right? There is an entrance fee. You guys probably know that you gotta show IDs, blah, 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 blah. You put your bag in like a safe or whatever, and then you go into the club. And the first thing that like registered in my mind was, there's a lot of smoke in here. Cigarette smoke. The clubs are underground. You go underground to go to the club. Went down, and that's the first thing I'm greeted with, is just a wall of just smoke and lights and loud music just in my fucking face. We get our free drinks, which unfortunately is a beer because I don't like beer. We move to the dance floor. As the night gets later and later, like towards 1 to 2 o'clock, more people are coming in. That's when the club is like full. It's like jam-packed full of people. So whenever I do my eyelashes, I always just put on a little layer of mascara beforehand. Some people do glue on the eyelashes first and then do mascara. By the way, the eyelashes that I use are Ardell eyelashes in the cut 113. All right, so to give you guys a little bit of a visual, okay, so I'm in this club dancing with my friends. I'm not very good at dancing. Like, I have coordination because I used to be a fucking gymnast for 11 years of my life, so I know how to move my body to choreographed things. But freestyle dancing in like a club, like I'm over here like, this is how I'm fucking dancing in the club because I don't know how to dance, okay? One of my friends is very, let's just say expressive, and has no issue with like twerking up on dudes. She's in the zone, and I'm more of a people watcher, so I'm over here kind of just like, hey, what's going on? I like to watch things go down. I like to watch how they happen. I like to watch people be themselves. Most of the night I was off to the side, not on the dance floor, just watching, all right, which actually sounds very creepy, but you know, it's what I do. My friends, however, were on the dance floor the whole night, okay? And I like look around, I notice that I'm probably one of the only foreigners in the club at the moment. And I didn't know how I felt about that. Stood out, I suppose. People look at you. It's a little bit weird, and I understand it's getting better as Korea gets more and more globalized, but it's still weird, especially in a club setting where people are making out and dancing all up on each other. These dudes are like watching me, so I kind of feel like I need to get off the dance floor, you know? Guys, I'm usually so much better at this than I am doing right now. Maybe it's just because I'm distracted with telling you guys a story that I'm like fucking up my makeup. My eyelashes look just a little bit weird right now, but that's okay because we're gonna go in with eyeshadow and kind of cover up the band. This is also something that I picked up at Etude House. It is just the single color gold. So Korea has actually made me very obsessed with using eyeshadows, I suppose, and the sparkly kind. And then also a little bit on the inner corner. Not trying to impress any makeup gurus or whatever. I'm going on and off the dance floor. When I'm off the dance floor, that is when dudes start approaching me, right? They'll just come up to you with their phone, like in your face with the dial pad up and be like, they're like, put your number in. I'm like, excuse me, I don't know who the fuck you are. I turn them down nicely. I'm like, oh, sorry, I only have a US number. I'm not gonna give you like my number at all, which is true. I actually didn't make a Korean number. And then they whoop out the cacao and then like, put your cacao in. And I'm just like, sorry, I don't have a cacao. That's a lie. Right, I'm just kind of circling my eye with this golden eyeshadow. I don't know, it's very subtle, but it gives you like a little bit of like, hey, I have glitter gold on my eyelids, okay? I moved back onto the dance floor. This is when I was like really uncomfortable because guys in these nightclubs in Korea, they're known to be like animals. And any person that I would talk to that has been to Korean nightclubs, they would tell you, yeah, you have to be very careful at these nightclubs because guys think that no means yes. Or they will do things to you without asking permission. And I didn't know that. No one had told me that before I'd gone to the nightclub on this day. So now I'm gonna go in with this dark blue color just to kind of do a little bit of a wing effect and kind of hide the band of my shitty eyelash gluing skill. And I just go in a little bit on the bottom and draw the shape of like a cat eye kind of look. That's why I really like this brush a lot, because it's really easy to just like. I've actually never used these two colors together, my gold and my blue, so yeah, it actually looks really messy close up, but sorry. Guys will just do things without permission to in these nightclubs, and I wasn't aware of that. When I felt hands moving across my boobs and my butt as I was moving from point A to point B, just like random dudes just groping me as I'm moving by them, I'm like getting worked up thinking about this because I was like just so shook and I didn't know what to do. There were just so many people around me. I was getting like anxiety, but I was like, I need to find my friends because I feel safe with my friends and they're on the dance floor, so I need to fucking get through this and shove my way through these people. So I was fucking shoving people, and so I'm with them. They're like, Sumi, are you okay? Are you okay? Because obviously I'm not looking good, okay? Like I was like a little bit shook. It's like 3 a.m. at this point. It's like towards the end of the night. I'm feeling hyper aware of the dudes around me. My friends, both of them are dancing with guys at this point, and I'm kind of just like watching them like, okay, like I'll just be here, you know, let me know if you guys need anything. I'm just gonna be right here dancing. Even though I'm uncomfortable, I'm really the type of person to kind of just sacrifice what I'm feeling so that other people's happiness aren't compromised, you know. So my friends are obviously having a good time, and so I'm just, you know, kind of chilling with them. And then there's this dude out of the corner of my eye that I've been kind of noticing because he's one of the people that have been like kind of around me and just near me for a while. I wasn't quite sure if he was like, you know, watching me or if he was just dancing there, but he was alone and he was wearing like a baseball cap. I can tell he was like a younger guy. So like I'm here, I'm dancing with my friends and I'm aware of this, all the dudes around me. And then all of a sudden, like, I feel like arms just wrap around me, right? The arms are moving very fast. And before I can even like register what the fuck is going on, like an arm is under my shirt and another one is like slipping underneath my pant line. Like he's groping my chest underneath my shirt and I'm trying really hard to pull his hand out. This guy has me like in like a tight hug, so I'm like trying to put one hand out of my pants and the other hand out of my shirt, but like he kind of has like a really strong grip on me, and then so me obviously resisting. I was literally fighting him for probably like half a minute. He probably thought I was like teasing him or something, because at the same time he like started kissing my cheek and my neck and was trying to like make out with me as he's groping me and trying to get his hands in my underwear. When I turned my head, because his face is on my face, literally, I noticed that it's the guy with the baseball cap, and he had moved to like this side behind me, and I guess it finally just had enough of staring at me and thought it's time to like move in. All of this is happening so fast. Like, he wasn't on me, he was on me, and then his hands were in places that I was not okay with them being in. So I'm looking at my friend, and the one who is more expressive with like dancing, she takes one look at me and is on me, grabs my hand, she helps me get him off of me and pulls me back through the crowd towards the exit of the club, okay? My other friend is following us because she's like, okay, what the fuck is going on? I don't even know, like everything just happened so fast. I was just panicking, like my body was shaking. Never have I ever been like violated like that. Like, I was okay, I'm okay. It just shook me really bad. My friends were like, oh my god, Sumi, are you okay? That was like way too much. He shouldn't have done that. The guys that they were dancing with, it was like equal, them like moving with each other. They were like dancing. There was like the appropriate amount of touching. But this guy, when he came up on me, it was out of nowhere. He was like that. I was from alone to being touched extremely. Thank God my friends were there. So this is why I'm telling you guys, do not go alone. These types of clubs can be extremely fun if you know what the environment is like and if you know how to protect each other. I don't want this story to deter you guys from going, because I feel like nightclubbing is a huge part of Korean pop culture, or like young people culture nowadays, that I feel like people, if you're comfortable enough to go, you should go. The times I went after that were a lot of fun for me because I knew what I was doing. I knew how to be aware of the situations around me and who to dance with if I wanted to dance with someone, you know? So like, take my words and use them as wisdom, okay, for you guys and your experiences, okay? So then we leave the club, we go to a convenience store, my friends buy me water, I'm like shaking, they're like, Sumi, are you okay? They're like, you know what, if you don't want to go back in, that's fine. If you do want to go in, we will go in when you're ready. But we would obviously have to go back into the club to get our stuff because it's in the safe or whatever. After I calmed down, we went back into the club, but I didn't go back on the dance floor because my friends, they were really having a good time. And again, me being a compromising person, I wanted them to be happy and I wanted them to enjoy their night. I think I was much better at handling myself after I had like absorbed the situation and we left when my friends were ready to leave. I didn't let anybody touch me. Again, I was like moving from point A to point B, so I didn't stay in a place. I was invited to sit at tables. Guys would come up to me and be like, hey, so we reserved a table upstairs, do you want to come and drink with like me and my friends? And every time I would decline. My personality, I'm genuinely a pretty open person, like when it comes to that kind of thing. As long as there's consent, I feel like things are okay. But this was just way too much, way too fast, in an environment that I didn't understand, that I'm not even used to in America. Like, I'm not a party person in America. I'm not used to guys in general. Surprisingly, didn't deter me from trying to go back to a club again. I went to other clubs and I went with huge groups of friends. I really enjoy the nightclubs. It's just that first night just really shook me. And I know there's clubs where there's sections for women only, so if you only want to hang out with your girlfriends, you can go to those clubs where there's women only sections if you don't want dudes to come up on you, or if you don't want to come up on dudes. Next, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of lipstick, which is also from Etude House. You see? So usually with lipstick, I don't put that much on. Being in Korea kind of influenced me to want to try lips a little bit more. Anyways, so this is the finished makeup look. So that's kind of all. That's just my experience being groped in a Korean club. I really enjoy the club setting in general because I feel like it's a good place to dance, and if you want a little attention in that sort of way, make sure you know where your boundaries are. There are good guys that go to the club. Not everybody is like that guy. My friends had good experiences. After that, I had good experiences with guys that if I wanted to dance with them, I danced with them. If I didn't want to dance with them, I didn't dance with them. I hope you guys enjoyed. Here's my little hair roller for my bangs. And this is kind of what I look like going to school or going just wherever. Yeah, it's not the neatest job, it's just kind of gets the job done, I suppose. Share your stories if you've ever been to a Korean club. Yeah, so don't forget to check out my other social media, and I will see you beautiful internet people next time. 안녕히 계세요.